Networking propels your business forward because it allows you to meet and connect with people you probably would have never ever spoke to or ran across. Welcome to the Creative on the Grind podcast. It's your girl DeAndra, and I'm back with another episode. So, in today's episode, we are going to be talking about a crucial topic that I feel like every creative entrepreneur should know about, and that's networking. So, if you're looking for a way to expand your connections and grow your business, then this episode is for you. So, I will give you the ultimate guide to building a powerful network. Let's get into it. So before we really dive into the strategies and the tips and all of that good stuff, I do want to deep dive into letting you know why this is so important. For me personally, when I first started my business, I was working for like around 4 different event companies at the time because I was so in love with events. I just wanted to get my hands dirty and make some extra money. So I was doing floral and design for one company, event planning for another company. I was doing stage management for another event company where I was like the person in the back just running the show. So I was like the run of show manager, making sure that the show runs seamlessly. So I had a lot of things that I was doing, but as I was working in all of these jobs, I was slowly building a network, and I didn't realize what I was doing at the time, but I was building a network. I had event planners that I already have been working with. I've met other girls on the job who were doing other things and had other opportunities. I met different florists. I met different bakers, photographers. I met so many different people and just connected with them, exchanged Instagrams, phone numbers, and so when I decided to start my business, I was like, hey, I have a network. So I had all of their emails and Instagrams, and I just, sent my information to all of them. And that is how I started to grow my business. And with one of the event planners, she actually reached out to me and she was like, I have a big opportunity for you. It's not going to be paid, but it will be a great way to showcase your balloons to a broader audience, and you could do whatever you want. At first, I was like, oh my gosh, not paid, but honestly, didn't have a portfolio yet. I didn't have much. So I was like, at least I can get some professional photos from this. My balloons can be showcased in a beautiful venue in downtown, which was the Vibiana. And there will be people at the event who will see my work as well. And I got to display my business cards. So I feel like at the end of the day, it was a win. And that connection led to more connections and then more connections. So this is why I want to emphasize the importance of building a network around you and around your business. All right, so now let's dive into why networking is essential for creative entrepreneurs. So networking isn't all about just swapping business cards or connecting on LinkedIn. It's bigger than that. It's about building genuine relationships with others who can actually help your business in the long term. And I feel like a lot of people don't value relationships anymore. I feel like it's like a lost art. Just because I feel like that everything is so fast paced. We do have social media and people use it to be social, but I feel like sometimes we're not using it to its full potential. And building a network around your business can be scary and can be a little intimidating, especially when you have to reach out to other people and send them a little DM or message, not trying to sound all scammy or anything, but trying to build a connection. So I understand. But it is something that is vital and it will help you grow as a person and as a business. Networking propels your business forward because it allows you to meet and connect with people you probably would have never ever spoke to or ran across. I know that for a fact that I've met people and I met them maybe 3 years ago and they just remembered that I did balloons, and then they would come back to me 3 years later. Hey, I remembered I saved your card because I knew I wanted to use you one day. And that was 3 years ago. But that's so cool how they kept my information and they wanted to stay connected. And also just following these people on Instagram and Facebook and engaging in their content, always keeping my business on top of mine. Every time I connected with them, it was genuine. So genuine relationships is the key. Genuine. That's the word, genuine. Learning how to do that, it will help you so much. And it's just really being curious about the person, being curious about what they're doing, asking questions, learning a little bit more. And this is when you start building that trust with others and they're like, this person is awesome, so I'm going to refer business to them just because I trust them and I know that they do good work. So yeah, there are so many benefits to it because it just opens doors. And personally for me, it opens so many doors. I also remember I did my first bridal show and it was like a huge thing. I believe it was at the Hyatt Hotel. So I took some time and I went around and just met all of the other vendors there because we're all in the same industry. Hey, we can make connections and possibly refer each other business. And I happened to be across from a florist who actually had a business across the street from the venue. And we met and we instantly connected. She was so sweet. And her name is Sarah. And her business is Exo Bloom in Westlake Village. They do the best like floral arrangements you can ever think of. They're so unique and talented. And I highly recommend them. So that was a little plug. But I met her and she was like, I love what you're doing. I've never seen anything like this before. Like, we have to connect because I'm going to give you a lot of business. And I was like, okay, cool. So the cool thing with that connection was after the event, I was going to just pop all of the balloons and just discard them. She was like, put them in our shop, put them in our flower shop. We'll make them look nice. We'll hook it up and that will be like your showcase for your balloons. And I was like, wow, thank you. And this was like free. Like she just wanted to really genuinely help me. So I put them in there and then all of a sudden she started calling me. Hey, someone wants these balloons for this party. And that year we were just working like crazy together, like her doing the florals, me doing balloons. And then I got the opportunity to go to New York with her. She was like, I want you to do the balloons for the entire event. And that is how I got that opportunity to go to New York. And that was a huge door that was open for me because me waking up in the morning and then seeing my balloons behind in the backdrop of Good Morning America was the coolest thing ever. And that was just me stepping out and meeting someone new and building a relationship with them and then evolving. So that's why it's so important for business growth. And I do feel like people are a little shy when it comes to networking. And I get it because you have to go up to someone and get out of your comfort zone, meet them, introduce yourself, tell them what you do. And some people are standoffish and that's okay. Just read the room, feel the vibes. And if it's not a vibe, then you probably wouldn't have a good connection anyway. But don't let that stop you from elevating and going to the next level. Because you never know, the person you're sitting next to, the person you're standing next to could be your next connection to help you take your business where you want it to go. So now we're going to talk about how to approach networking. First, let's talk about the mindset. Networking isn't about what others can do for you, but rather how you can both contribute to a mutual relationship. And you can't go in selfish because people can feel that from a mile away. This person wants something from me. You have to be able to give and take in this type of situation. I've had instances where people came in and I felt the vibe that they were just trying to take from me. And when I felt that, I did not want to work with them. I don't want to be involved with you whatsoever because that energy that you give off, that you're just trying to come here and take from me is not cool. So make sure that you have the right mindset when you're doing this and don't come from the wrong place. Feel it out and make sure that it's right for you. Everything will pan out the way it's supposed to. So just make sure you are going in with the right mindset and being positive, being a positive person and open to receive and open to give. Make sure that you're being genuine. Authenticity is key in business and in life, right? So be genuinely interested in others and, you know, their work and their stories and ask questions. That is how you build that curiosity. Just like asking questions. How do you do this? Why do you do this? Why do you love doing this? Because that helps you tap into more of a connected place where you guys now can maybe bond on something. And that creates either a business relationship, and it can also create a friendship. I've have so many other balloon artists, florists, photographers that I have genuine relationships with, that I hang out with outside of the working environment. So learning how to do that is essential. Like it's totally essential, because it just it helps you grow. And be willing to share your passions. Don't be afraid to share what you do. Again, I'm going to keep repeating that, because I feel like I do meet people who have a business. I'm like, oh, what do you do? Oh, I have this little business, but they don't want to like really share too much about it, or they're too nervous. Or I have some clients who are like, I'm just really nervous about telling people what I do because I don't want to be judged. I have fears of my business not doing well, so I really don't want to share it. But you can't let those fears hold you back. You have to share your passions, because that's what helps people understand your why, what you're doing, and want to support your business. So you can't let those fears get in the way, because it does hold you back from seeing the revenue, seeing the clientele, seeing the results that you want. Sharing your passions, you start to attract like-minded individuals who are possibly on a similar path and purpose as you, and it just helps out so much. Like, it really does. Like I was saying before, where I purchased my balloons from LA Balloons in Glendale. And before the pandemic, it was a shopping experience. Now it's more of like you order the balloons online and you pick them up. But when I was doing the shopping experience, I would run into other balloon artists, and we would connect, talk, ask, what are you doing this weekend? Like, what types of jobs you're doing? What type of balloons are you using? It was such a great experience, because I got to know so many different people. And in doing so, I built a friend, especially my friend Riley. She owns Balloon Works, and we connected. And when she was first starting out, she was still getting her feet wet. And I had some clients that I couldn't fit them in my calendar. So I would send them her way. And I wanted to just help her as much as I can, because I was already doing it, I think, for about 2 or 3 years before her. So my overflow, I would send it out to others. And she was really appreciative of that. And I have now I have 5 girls that I send business to, and they send business to me because I always get emails like, oh, Balloon Works sent me your way because she's too booked, or, this other company sent me your way because they were booked. And I'm so appreciative of that. So that's why I want you guys to learn how to build a network. It could be with people who do the same thing as you, especially if you have a service-based business. Finding others who do similar work to your aesthetic or similar work to you is key, because you can send them business if you have overflow, and then they can send you business, vice versa. And I know when it gets into like product-based businesses, and where it's a little bit more competitive, that could be a little bit harder, but you can still meet other people who do what you do. If you have a candle business and you meet another candle vendor, talk to them. Don't look at them as a competitor only. Look at them as a person that you can build a business relationship with, because maybe they'll know like a manufacturer that you can use too. I've seen where people, especially when I was in the hair industry, because if you guys don't know, I used to be a hairstylist before, but like I was a balloon artist. And in the hair industry, we would share different things like color combinations and different techniques. And it was just like building a small community, and it was helpful just within your niche. And you can also broaden your niche, like how I was saying, like I would connect with florists and I would connect with bakers. So now I have florists that reach out to me who are doing the florals for the event, and then they need balloons to accent their florals, or just need balloons for the event. Then they'll reach out to me. So those are my people. So find your people and grow your business. Stop being scared of reaching out, sending a quick email. Send the email, make the phone call. Be okay with someone rejecting you. That's what we need to do, is be okay with rejection, because rejection is going to come no matter what. I mean, what's wrong if they say no or I'm not interested, move on. It's just like dating. If someone's dating you or you meet someone and that ain't it, thank you for your time, on to the next. And that's how you can treat it. Stop letting the fear of rejection or the fear of someone saying no to you limit you, because you have to, and especially in this day and age, you have to find different ways to grow your business. There's so many businesses out right now. People are starting a business like today. There's like businesses started every day. So you have to find a way to get the business and get in front of the people and stand out. So why not work with people who already have business and then grow your business? It's just pulling from the pot. Networking is the smartest way. So now I'm going to give you some practical tips for effective networking to help you out and give you a little bit more ideas so that you can thrive in this area of your business. So first, attend events and workshops. This is a great place to meet other people who do what you do. For example, if you're a hairstylist and you go to one of the hair conventions, you meet so many other hairstylists, and it could be a great opportunity to grow and meet people, especially if you do workshops. Like I've done even floral workshops and I met other florists there. There's so many things you can go to meet other like-minded individuals. So I would highly recommend looking on like eventbrite.com or Facebook groups to see where the events that are similar to whatever you do are. And then, like I always say, is leverage social media. Leveraging social media is key. Following people or other businesses that are similar to yours, or you can follow manufacturers. You can follow your competitors if you want to. I mean, get out there, talk to people, like chat, send a quick DM. If they follow you, thank you for following me. Let's connect. I've used social media in a great way where I've met other event planners as well, and we ended up doing like styled shoots together where I'll provide the balloons, someone else will provide the flowers, someone will provide the decor, the chairs, and we come together and we create a dope photo shoot. Use social media because you can use it in so many different ways, and also in just by engaging with others. That's obviously what social media is about. So use it the right way. One thing too is when you do meet someone, let's say you meet someone out, if they give you your card or vice versa, follow up. Hey, it was nice meeting you. I would love to grab coffee one day so we could chat more. Or, hey, it was nice meeting you. Here's an article that I found that has to do with whatever you're doing. I wanted to share it with you. I think this would help you out. Things like that. Being genuine. I mean, it takes like less than 5 minutes to do those things, and it will go a long way and help you. Just make sure that you're offering value first. Again, like I was saying before, you don't want to come off as this selfish person who's just out to get things for them, only wanting things for their business so that they can thrive. Like, no, make sure you're offering value to the person and coming from a genuine place. So make sure I want you to think about this. Before you even reach out to someone, I want you to think about, why am I reaching out to them? How can I offer them value? And how can I make this relationship like seamless and not coming from a take energy place? So make sure that you're not coming from that, because when you start feeling like, okay, I'm going to reach out to them because they know so-and-so. So if I reach out to them, then maybe I can get connected. Okay, that's very selfish. Like, what else can you bring to the table? Because I've had people who wanted, just because I had connections with different people, they wanted to just be like, can you send them my information, or can you send this person my number so that I can connect with them? And it's, first off, I don't really talk to you like that, and you're just coming at me trying to get one of my connections, and I don't even know you like that. So that's why you have to build that ground before you can actually start using your connections. You can't just use your connection just because you met somebody one time. So making sure that you're following up with them, communicating, engaging with them so that you can build that trust first. Because I remember I seen this girl on Instagram, and she had this video, and she was so pissed that this girl didn't want to send her talent agency to her. The other girl's an influencer. She's doing a lot of jobs, has a lot of work going on. And the other girl wanted to be put on. And I guess they met one time or something. And she ended up DMing the girl and asked her for the information. And the girl was like, oh, I can't give that out right now. This is my connection that I built. And I understood her on that, because the thing is, it's like, I don't know you, and I'm not going to connect you with people that I have built a relationship with, because you can come in and tarnish everything that I built. So you have to know who you're connecting who to as well. It's all about relationship building. And that's why I want you guys to understand how important this is, because you can meet the wrong person and they can come and wreak havoc on everything that you got going on. So that's why you have to also hold your connections near and dear to your heart. For me, if someone asks for one of my connections or to get a hold of one of my connections, I will talk to my connection first. If I even want to, for this person, I would talk to them, tell them what's going on, tell them who this person is, even maybe explain that I really don't know them like that, but I think it may be a good match. Give details so that you are covering your ass as well, because you don't want to mess up your connections, because connections help you. So you don't want to mess up what you got going on for somebody else. So make sure that you keep all of those things in mind, because like Rome was not built in a day, and you building your network, it's going to take some time, and you don't want to tear that all down for nobody. Okay, nobody. But needless to say, after listening to this episode, I want you to now start doing your research. Figure out who you can reach out to in your industry and see if you can build a connection with them. Start building this network little by little. If you are in the event industry, it's super easy. There's so many different vendors in the event industry. Reach out, connect with them, do whatever you have to. In some industry, there's always like a top dog who is like the person with the resources. For example, in the event industry, it's the event planners and the event coordinators. They have like access to so many different vendors. So it's awesome to reach out to them first. But just reaching out to others is great too. Even in like the hair industry, makeup industry, like finding those top people that you can reach out to connect with will help you tremendously. Just to recap, networking is so essential for entrepreneurs, not just for opportunities, but for business growth and inspiration. And approach it with genuine interest in others. Share your passion and don't forget to follow up with those that you meet. Build that connection. So I have a challenge for you. So the challenge is to either attend one new networking event this month or reach out to someone new online and build a connection. Do that and see where it takes you. If you have a success story, please send it in a message and I would love to hear about it. Drop a comment below and let me know what type of networking you're about to get into within the next month. I want to know, are you going to go to an event? Is there any cool events that are happening? Drop them in the comments below because I would love to see them. So that is all for today's episode. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button because it helps me so much with growing my platform. And until next time, stay creative and stay on the grind. Bye.